Hello guys, MJ here with MBJ Knowledge. You're welcome to our today's video where we'll look at vector geometry for Math Paper 2 2017. Let's dive into the question. So vector OP is given as 2P, vector OQ is given as 4Q, then PX to XQ is given in form of a ratio that is 1 to 2. The first question is saying express in terms of P and OQ. The first vector is PQ. We remind ourselves a bit on the vectors. Remember, the first letter on the vector you're finding should be the starting point, and the last letter of your vector you're finding should be the ending point. So as we pick directions in this case, you have to make sure that you start from P and then you end with with Q. So P is our starting point. Moving in directions that we pick, if we go PC, then CQ, we are not going to find anything. Reasons is we do not have values for PC and the CQ. So the correct direction should be from P to O. Where I'm ending from, I'm starting from there, then O to Q. So the correct directions will be vector PO plus vector OQ. These are the vectors we are going to use. Okay, so notice this. The first letter and the last letter, they are giving us the vector we are trying to find. At the same time, the letter I'm ending at, that's the letter I'm starting with on the second direction. Let us put the values. We have PO. PO, we are going against this arrow because what we are given is OP. Now PO, I'm going against the arrow, so meaning it should be a negative. So always when you're going against the arrow, introduce a negative. So it will be negative 2P. Then plus OQ, you are going in the same direction as the arrow, so it will be positive 4Q. Then interchange the negative with the positive, so 4Q minus 2P. This is the value for vector PQ. 1 mark. Then we should express or find vector PX. So B, we are finding vector PX. When we look at PX, this is the PX. Starting point is P again. Ending point X. Now, if I go PC, then CX, I'm not going to find the value because I don't have magnitude in those directions. So it means the correct direction, if I go PO, then OX, again I'll be stuck where? On the OX, because we do not have a value there. So we go back to the statement. If we can't use directions, then use something in the formula, in the statement. So the statement, we've been given the ratio of PX to XQ, which is 1 to 2. Now, PX, XQ, PX, then XQ. They are like pieces on that line. The complete line is P to Q. So PX and XQ, they are like pieces of pizza. Okay, so the pizza is the P to Q. Then PX and XQ, they are like pieces. So how do we use the ratios? It means PX, okay, PX will be, I'm going to get the value on the ratio. The value for PX is what? 1. Divided by the complete line, which we add the numbers that are on the ratio. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Meaning PX is 1 over 3. 1 over 3 of what? The complete line, which is PQ. Okay, so for me to find vector PX, I'm just going to say 1 over 3 multiplied by vector PQ. Vector PQ, we found. PQ is this. So 4Q minus 2P. Then let us multiply. So we have 1. So when we multiply 1 over 3 times this, it will just be 4Q over 3. Okay, then minus 2P over 3. So we are multiplying the 1 over 3 to the two terms inside the brackets. This is giving us the vector px. That's all. I hope you are following. Let us go to OX. C is saying find vector OX. So OX is this. Now, the starting point here is O, okay? Ending point X. So if I start from O, I go OQ, then QX. It is a very correct direction. But the only challenge is we will give ourselves a lot of work because we will have to find QX. So the correct one or the easiest one is to go OP, then PX, because we have the value for PX, this one here. Okay, so the correct direction we're going for, okay, is OP, so vector OP plus vector PX. Okay, so the value for OP, we are going in the same direction as the arrow, so OP will just be 2P, okay, plus PX is this value we found just here on question B. So PX will just be 4Q over 3, then minus 2P over 3. Then we bring the like terms together. So the 2P, its like term is this. So minus 2P over 3, okay? Then plus 4Q over 3. In this case, common denominator here, which will be a 3, okay? So 1 into 3, that's a 3. 3 times 2P, that's a 6P. Then 3 into 3, that's 1. 1 times negative 2P, that will be negative 2P. Then plus 4Q over 3. So the final answer here for vector OX will just give us 6P minus 2P, that's a 4P over 3. Then plus 4Q over 3. This is the final answer for OX. We go to question 2. Given that OC, vector OC is equal to HOX, show that CQ is equal to 4, open square bracket, 1 minus H over 3, Q minus 4H over 3, then P on the Vogel form. So we are trying to show there. Now, for us to be able to do that, this question has got two parts. Okay, the first part for this question is this, meaning we cannot go ahead and start showing before we handle the first part of that question. So the first part is to find OC. So question Roman numeral 2, that is finding OC. Now, when you look at, they're just saying H times OX. So H times OX is this value that we found. So we are multiplying the H with vector OX. Let us do that. Where we'll have the final answer when you multiply the H. Since this is not a magnitude, so it will go in between the coefficient and the magnitude. So 4HP over 3. Then plus 4HQ over 3. This is the value for OC. If you like the video so far, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you continue getting knowledge like this as we'll be dropping a lot of videos. And don't forget to share. Let us continue. For us to be able to show, have you seen what is happening here? When you look at the value that we are showing, there's an H here. If you go back to your question, there is nowhere on this diagram where there is H. That quantity is not there. So this quantity H is found on this vector OC, meaning OC should be one of the directions we are going to use when finding vector CQ. So we are going to pick the directions. C is our starting point. So this is our starting point. Our ending point is what? Q. Okay, if I go CP plus PO plus OQ, I'll be stuck on CP because I don't have a value. So the only direction so far we can go for is CO, then OQ. So finding now CQ will be CO, vector CO plus vector OQ. This is the correct direction. Let us substitute our values. CO, we are going against the arrow. Remember what we found here is OC. So from O going to C. But now we are using from C coming to O, meaning we are going against this arrow. So we introduce a negative, okay? This is a positive, so it will become a negative. This is also a positive, will become a negative when we multiply. Meaning OC in short, CO will just be negative of OC. That is the meaning. So we have negative 4HP over 3 minus 4HPQ over 3. So these negative are coming in because we are going against the R. Then plus OQ is given as a 4Q. Remember, I can do it in whichever way I feel like. But now the question is saying we are showing what is happening here. So we are supposed to follow exactly what we are seeing. Let us first of all begin by checking. So there's a quantity that has not been touched. The negative 4H over 3P. This is the quantity right here. This quantity has not been touched apart from just bringing the P on the vulgar form. Then when you look at this, 4 and the Q, meaning these were common. The 4Q is common. If I multiply 4Q times 1 here, okay, what will happen? There will be 4Q. Meaning at the beginning here, I need to put 4Q. So 4Q is at the beginning. 4Q, okay? Meaning since this has not been touched, it is the one at the end. Meaning the one which has to follow is this. Minus 4HQ over 3. Then minus 4H over 3. I'm going to put the P on the vulgar form. Exactly what I'm seeing. So remember, we took out the 4Q. Okay? So the 4Q dividing into 4Q. Okay? So look at the way it has been written. 4 here, Q on the other side of the bracket. So those are common. So I'm going to write the 4 here, open the square bracket. So 4Q dividing into 4Q, we're going to have 1 here. Then minus 4 into 4, 1. Q into Q, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times H, we have H over 3 here. Okay, then the Q is on the other side of these square brackets, like this. Then we bring down this, minus 4HP, 4H over 3, then the P on the vulgar. From here, you write, hence shown. It is done. So thank you very much, guys, for watching up to the end. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to comment, share with others so that you see more of such videos.